Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. You can find us in Campbellville, Ontario. We have rescued chickens, pigs, and cows and goats. We've got plenty more farmed animals, big and small, all for love and love for all. Welcome to Heaves Barnside Chat. We take your questions from the magic rainbow bag. Love lives here, so join us today for Heaves Barnside Chat. Our mission is to inspire kindness and compassion for farmed animals everywhere. You can help us take action by volunteering or through donations, or visit our store and check out our website to learn more. Welcome to...
Hello!
Hello, everybody!
Oh my goodness. Let me turn the camera so we can see everything. Hello! It's so good to see you.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. We're on a bit of a
This way.
I'm not sure what it is. We're like on a downhill.
Let's go this way.
Well, here, let me just tip it a little. Everybody, if that'll do it. That'll do it. Welcome!
Yay! Not drunk anymore.
We hope you are having a wonderful Monday wherever in the world you are tuning in from. The comment feed below is just updating. And of course, we are live from Happily Ever Esther Farm Sanctuary located in Campbellville, Ontario, Canada.
It's hot today.
It is hot. You're wearing long sleeves. You opted for long sleeves.
Well, it's air conditioned inside where I'm working.
I've opted for no sleeves, but we both ended up wearing the same glasses.
Well,
yeah, mostly.
Kinda.
Tell us in the feed where
Some
you are
kinda,
coming in from. Oh yeah. Check. Look at. Mine's got a flag. Yours has got a magic wand. You can find merchandise like this over at the Heath store at happilyeverester.ca. All of the proceeds.
Can't get these guns over there, though.
Oh no! Don't
Get
make
your
me
tickets
blush.
to the gun show,
Don't
everybody. Look at that.
Oh, right.
Oh,
if you have a
boy.
question, Steve has a rainbow bag. Steve's holding a rainbow bag. If you have a question, make sure you put it down in the comments below. And the admins that help keep this feed a safe space for everybody, and they squash the trolls. Yeah, that's right. We need like a little noise that should go there whenever we do that.
I watch this YouTube channel. They have a noise when there's a troll. They make a noise and they do this funny thing, and then they ban them.
Oh,
they make a big production of it. It's very funny.
love to do that.
That'll teach them.
That will teach them. Hello, Carolyn from North Carolina. Oh, your bag is talking.
No, it's yours.
Oh, it's my pocket.
It's your hip.
It's my pocket. We got Natalie. Hello, Mary, Christine. Hello, watching from the dentist office. Oh my gosh, that's the best place.
I love the dentist.
To watch the Heaves Barnside Chat is when you've got all sorts of laughing gas on board. That's the best way to do things. All right, so we have to do a couple things before we jump into the question bag. Number one is we have to cover this. Over the last week, we have been collecting, let's say, hay bales. A whole lot of hay bales have been collected in the past week, thanks to you. Of course, we had a promotion going on that for every hay bale that you donated, you got entered your name into a draw to win the last 2 experience boxes. And you want to take a guess as to how many hay bales?
1,100.
Oh, okay, yeah. So about 1,100. About 1,100 bales.
Didn't expect that, did you?
No, we need a noise. We need a noise for that also. My God.
Somebody get me a lottery ticket.
So from the 1,100 bales of straw that were donated. We drew 2 names for the experience box, and the first name was Karen Trumbull and Lynn Arnsby. What? You get the last 2 experience boxes, of course, with the shades, all of the exclusive merchandise.
Super surprise, exciting
and
thing that
of
I'm
course,
not allowed to tell anybody
we
about.
are
You're gonna
going
love
to have, we're going to make friendship bracelets together. So congratulations. Thank you so much for everybody for contributing and donating. The loft holds about 3,000 bales of hay and straw collectively. So this has been an amazing campaign. It's taken care of a third of that bill. And we are in full hay season right now. And Kevin and his friends are busy filling the loft. And Pedro, our hay supplier, is busy cutting in and out of the rain.
Yeah, crazy weather coming. We got a whole week of rain ahead, apparently.
Yeah. So that experience box, we're doing that on October. Oh my gosh, we're doing it on August the 27th, and you will receive your winning boxes. We're going to mail those out to you first thing tomorrow, express mail, so they will reach you in time for the event. Okay, Steve's got the rainbow bag out. He's got questions, and he's rifled through them. Let's see. Steve has. Let's see.
We ready?
Let's see. Yeah, let's just do something like that.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Julie wants to know, how did you find out that Angelo has coccidia, and what is that exactly?
So coccidia is a single cell parasite in your intestines. Let's call that that.
It's a bug.
And it's a bug, and we found it through testing. And
every new resident that comes to Heaths gets very thoroughly tested for a whole number of things. That's a big part of their quarantine, and why we do quarantine is to make sure that they don't have these things that Angelo has. And I think you talked about last month how, because Angelo's been on one of our grass pastures, now that pasture can't be used by other animals for it's a whole year, right?
No, just till frost.
Just till frost?
Yes.
So yeah, it could
Which
be
could be a whole year.
Could be a whole year,
on-
right? You know, had he accidentally been put in with the goats and then let out into one of the big pastures, we would have to take everybody off and be treating everybody. So yeah, it's very important that any new resident is quarantined. You're able to identify this stuff and then treat it accordingly. And Derek will explain that process.
Coccidia is a disease of the intestinal tract caused by a parasite coccidia, or it's coccitosis. Coccidis. Too many words. Too many syllables. Wow, I should have pre-read this. I know. Whoa. It's primarily present in goats' environment that are generally infected. So a gross and dirty environment will just help, progress that along. And we have to assume that he came from a dirty, gross goat environment because he did have a hole in his ear, which was usually that means that he's come from a commercial operation of sorts. So.
Or petting zoos often have them too.
Oh
right?
Yeah, good one too.
Right, because a lot of people don't know, they bring in the babies for these petting zoos. They spend a year there, and then they go back to where they came from, so that a new baby can be brought in. Because everybody wants to pet the babies, not the older animals. So sometimes, maybe somebody gets attached to one of these residents at a petting zoo and doesn't want it to go back to the farm, and maybe they're let go, or anything like that. Anyhow, off topic.
I don't know if you noticed how youthful Steve looks today, but we are in HD. We are broadcasting in HD.
Damn.
And which means that we have had a major internet upgrade, which is fantastic. So let us know if you're seeing us in HD, if you're hearing us well, and hopefully it's not stuttering too much.
Zani wants to know, what are you going to do with the space in the barn when the hay or straw is moved?
Oh,
Dance club.
I was thinking a big trapeze setup.
Definitely dance club.
A magic show hall? I don't know. No, we did talk about this a little bit about what that space could be, but in the end, we can't house any residents upstairs. There's a whole litany of things why we wouldn't do that. Number one, it is so bloody hot up there, and it would require a great deal of effort to keep it
insulate, ventilate.
Yeah, insulate and ventilate. And so for right now, there is no immediate plans. However, we do have to insulate the floor under the hay and straw. That is part of the that is part of the funds that will go to build that new hay and that hay building over at the North Gate. Some of those funds will be used to insulate the floor underneath of the current hay building, because when all that hay and straw is gone, there'll be a great heat loss that will happen through the roof.
Joyce
and the
Hurst wants
floor.
to know, when all the hay and straw is moved over to the barn, will the temperature of the living space be affected? I think it would act as an insulator, keep it warming during winter months. So clever, Joyce. Derek
Yes.
went right there anyway.
Absolutely.
Look at
The cost to insulate the roof or the floor in the barn, however you want to look at it. It's the floor for upstairs, it's the roof for the residents down here, is about $20,000 for insulation only. So that will be added on to the price of that hay storage building over there, which is, it's encroaching on a $100,000 project. I don't have all of the puts figured out yet, but we're encroaching on $100,000 for that build. Anyways, we'll have more news on that. That's part of.
And that seems like a lot of money. Some people may think that's a lot of money to spend on a building that's going to be used to hold straw. However, the safety is huge for removing that from the barn. And having it away from the residents and away from resident
and you
buildings.
Can buy temporary. You can buy temporary
Yeah.
covers, and those solutions are about $10,000, and they only last about 3 or 4 years. So it doesn't take long to do the math on it that you would need to spend the money in order to get the length of time that we're hoping out of that investment. So
yeah, worth every penny.
we're
for what we're doing there.
going to jump and celebrate Sammy.
There's Sammy.
It is Sammy's 3rd rescue anniversary. Which is hard to believe. I remember the day that Sammy arrived here. Do you remember?
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Sammy arrived here. He was so sunburnt, and he was
in a box on the side of the road.
So incredibly beaten up. How do I do this? Why isn't it doing it? Sorry, guys. B. I don't know what I'm doing now. I think I've messed it up. Why can't I do this solo?
Oh dear.
Oh dear. So Sammy arrived 3 years ago when he went straight up to OVC. He was in such bad shape. Stephen, tell him a little bit about what he had.
What do you mean what he had?
Well, he was...
Oh, he had a little crooked head, and he had his...
a little crooked head, he says.
Yeah, and he was all sideways, and he had patches on his back, like he had been shaved on his back. So he had these 4 little squares, or 3 little squares that went down his back from some testing of some kind, and he had a big hole in his ear, still has a big hole in his ear.
His leg had been stitched all the way up, like they had... he was definitely a research pig.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, but he is having the best time of his life here, thanks to all the supporters, monthly donors, and the volunteers here that have given Sammy the best life. Here's somebody else who has the best life. Do you recognize her?
And little Tammy?
I was saying that's me, or that's you, rather.
Oh, it's nice.
There's Tammy, and Tammy is also celebrating her rescue anniversary with us. 4 years.
Wow.
When Tammy arrived to us, she was just so tiny and so scared.
So sweet.
And so sweet. She had the most distinct voice, and you can still tell her from, you can still hear her voice in a crowd. Here's Bobby Girl, who, although can't get out and mud down and bog down on her own, so the caregivers and volunteers, they bring mud to Bobby Girl. And they brush her with it so that she can still have that feeling of sun protection and bug protection and have that girlish skin glow that she has. That's right, she does love it.
Jen wants to know, the walkway behind you guys looks great. What type of material do you use? Looks natural and dry.
Natural and dry. It sounds like a deodorant commercial.
It does.
Natural and dry. So we use wood chips. So mulch from our local arborist that actually lives down the street. They help us out a great deal by donating mulch on a regular basis.
Thank you to the Millers.
Yeah, thank you, Miller Tree. And so we use mulch, and of course it does deteriorate and turn back into earth, and so we just keep adding to it as it returns to earth.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It breaks down, and yeah, it does. Like you said, it drains great, keeps things nice and dry. And the cost is definitely right, isn't it?
For sure, yeah. The cost is definitely right. All right, we're gonna watch just a quick video.
Mama, what? What's the matter? What are you doing? Huh? Oh, Mama. Oh, that hurt. That's not nice. Mama. Damn.
Oh, that's how she got through before. But I know
Mama. Oh gosh, you're all wound up.
The pigs are all wound up because Oksana is on the other side.
Oksana. Good girl. It's not dinner time yet, guys. It's like not even close to dinner time. No. Peggy's so dramatic.
Yeah.
Oh, Mama. Where did Peggy learn that? Huh? Where did Peggy learn that dramatic? Come, Dan, you need your teeth done? Yeah.
Oh,
I thought I saw some tusks there poking out.
She's a little bit nervous, so just hang on.
Yeah, the other pigs, I think, are adding a level of...
Yeah, she just jumped when I threw it.
The pigs are a bit restless, competing for the certainly having Oksana on the other side causes a little bit extra. And it's 1 o'clock, 2 hours.
Bobby girl! Bobby girl! Hi, baby! Bobby! Bobby girl! Hi, lady! Oh, baby. You don't want to bog down with Mama?
Captain Dan has such a distinct if you make it seem like something is happening, all come to the games. They tell you their sad little stories. There's Captain Dan, he's always got a lot of stories to tell. He's trying to convince me to get him some jubes, or up his dinner, or let them out on the boat.
Looking at the pig, you want to help Oksana eventually get to be with the other pigs?
Yes, Oksana's date, the great, is coming soon, and
Oh my God.
I don't have a date in mind. Excuse me. There's no date in mind, but we do know that it is coming soon. That where she damaged the horn and broke the horn on her hoof is nearly all the way grown out. So
Yay, Oksana!
Yeah, it's amazing.
Denise wants to know who ate the most pizza. Probably one of that crew as well, eh? I don't remember who ate the most. Dan was pretty funny.
Yeah, Captain Dan was pretty active.
He was pretty...
April, for sure, ate a lot of pizzas.
And Dan was funny because it seemed like he knew well enough to go for the closed boxes because they were still with a full pizza. I didn't notice Dan challenging many for pizzas. He would go and open a new box. Like, he knew well enough that he would do better. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, he
I bet
remembered. He
Captain
remembered.
Dan
He re-
ate the most.
He definitely remembered how to open up pizza boxes, and a lot of the residents would just go up to the pizza boxes, see that it's closed, not know how to open it. But Captain, he had that figured out down to a science.
Karina wants to know, how do you spot a tick on the sheep and goats who have lots of hair?
Oh, with a magnifying glass. You
Not-
have to like this, and sorting through with the hair. Or something like this. Like
There's-
sorting through it.
like monkeys.
It looks like this. Like,
Andrea sits up there half the day,
Yeah.
rooting through
Half
sheep
the day is just
bums,
sort of-
looking for ticks.
Thankfully, the ticks aren't attracted to the sheep and goats, and also the sheep and goats get ivermectin, which is a deterrent for
Ivermectin.
so.
Oh dear.
Oh my goodness!
Apparently it treats lots of things. Anyway,
ivermectin. Yes, let's
different
not go.
topic.
Different
Lillian
topic.
wants to know, does Heaps have a fire break around the property? And we don't need people to know we have ivermectin. Does Heaps have a fire break?
The ivermectin that we have, we'll pour it right on. It's a pour on. You don't have to inject it. You just pour on and go out in the sun. Yeah, it'll get you. Okay. Wow.
Goodness.
Join us for a volunteer day. We've got volunteer days that are running all the way through to the end of September, so please check it out. Go to happilyeverester.ca and you can click on volunteer and pick a date and come and join us. We've got a lot to do. We are clearing pastures. We have a lot to paint. I cannot wait to paint the bridge.
One
We
of the
are
things
ready.
you might get to help us do is what Lillian wants to know about here is, does
Oh.
Heaps have a fire break
Oh,
around the property? We've been talking a lot about that.
So we do
actually.
not have a fire break, but yeah, as Steve says, we've been chatting about it a lot. And a fire break is 60 to 300 feet around the barn. So, and one of the things that you have to do is decide what distance you would like to have around, and then you also have to remove all of the trees and any of the things that are burnable. And then back from that point, you also have to go into the woods and remove. You gotta rake your forests. So you have to clean that all up and burn it all in a controlled burn, so that there's no fuel that can be added to the fire if something horrendous like a forest fire were to come and encroach onto the farm. So the fire couldn't pick up too much steam, because all of the fuel, all of the deadfall, all of the dead trees will have been removed. But we're talking about an enormous undertaking over there.
Yeah.
If we were to have somebody come in and do that, I can't even fathom how much money that would cost. It would be hundreds of thousands of dollars to undertake that.
So sign up for those work days, folks.
Sign up if you have a wood chipper and a chainsaw.
Sign up for those work days.
So we are not cutting the fire break just yet, but it is part of the planning to get that going. But it is going to be an enormous undertaking, and it's something we're not going to be able to do on our own. We are going to need scads and scads and scads of folks to help. Okay, how many more questions?
Three more questions.
Okay.
The last three. Robin wants to know, who comes up with your awesome fundraising ideas?
It's like a soup pot of activity when we come together as a team. The board of directors, the director of operations, Steve, myself. We're always coming up with ideas together collectively and banging them around from off of each other.
And a lot of them never see the light of day. I think that's what is kind of nice when you have so many people that are throwing ideas in the hat, that we've always got stuff to pick from. And yeah, we come up with some really clever stuff. This year they had to pivot a lot. They did all the online stuff and these experience boxes, and yeah, it's been a real production around here. Jen wants to know, what do you use on chickens for preventing mites, lice, fleas, ticks, worms, etc.?
I believe that they also use ivermectin, I think. And there's also their dust baths. So don't quote me on the ivermectin for the birds. I'll have to ask Andrea on that. But they also have dust baths with, diatomaceous earth. And diatomaceous earth is used as an anti-parasitical compound that the birds put on themselves when they dust bathe, and that helps cut down on those parasites.
Last question from Louise. When Angelo is full grown, will he be the size of Diablo, or is it hard to tell at this point?
It's hard to tell at this point, but we do believe that they are the same breed, which is Nubian. There are hundreds of breeds of goats, just like there are of pigs. And then you start getting crossbreeds, and there are dwarf breeds, so it's very difficult to narrow down exactly who Angelo is and how big he is, but we're going to give him
He's
a big.
so cute.
He's going to get a really big aquarium over there with the rest of them. He'll be living side by side with them for a bit, and then we're going to open the gates and let them merge in together. So we are hoping. I think it's going to be an easy integration.
I think so.
I think so, comparatively to the pigs, of course.
Yes.
Hello, Diane. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Sue.
So that's our question.
That's it? That's all the question bag?
Yep, that's it.
Friends, if you have a question, please put it down in the comment feed below, and we will make sure that it gets put into the Magic Rainbow bag for next week's Barnside Chat. We're going to leave, I think I've covered it all. Oh, no, I have not covered it all. Oh, I'm so glad we did this. The Watermelon Smash Party, our annual Watermelon Smash Party. The residents lose their minds August 27th at 7 p.m.
Second only to the pizza party.
Amazing. You can donate a virtual watermelon, and we'll smash that virtual watermelon in the fields for all of the residents. It is going to be an awesome time. We'll give you a link to the virtual event. Head on over to happilyeverester.ca and find out how to get involved with the Watermelon Smash Party. The garden, vegetable garden's looking amazing. They are harvesting from the garden every single day. Squashes, cucumbers, all different kinds of lettuces, carrots, shards. Here's Hercules and Mercy rocking a nap. Brother and sister. There's Claudia rocking a nap. The two cats have really come out of their
Oh my
shell
God,
this year.
have they ever?
They're just
everywhere right now.
All right, friends, we are going to leave you. We're going to leave you with a short video of some things that were captured around the farm this week. We hope you're having a wonderful day wherever in the world you're tuning in from. We hope you're safe. We hope you're happy. We'll see you next week. My name's Derek.
My name is Steve. Happy Monday, everybody.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Here it is.
What are you doing? Swimming? Swimming? Yeah? Yes, you're very pretty. It's a very pretty duck. Yeah. Say my name is Norris. Duck Norris. Hmm? And my name is Donna. Donna Duck. Oh yeah. So good. Yep. So good. Yep.
Yes, Joseph is definitely bullying Moby. We got some crazy rain.
Family, it's Siri. I'm just wondering, do you have the wetback over in the garage right now? Do I was that? Do you have the wetback over in the garage right now? Yes, we do. I'll probably be using that very soon.
So the barn got flooded out a little bit. We've got some grading corrections to do. But when the skies open up and let down that much rain, it's something to see. This was a cute moment I captured with Cornelius, the head of security. You can see his snood totally up. And then as he breathes, it goes down, up, down, up. And of course, Cornelius's head, it can change colors. It can be all white, it can be all red, it can be all blue, or a combination of all three. And that snood, apparently, is to prevent them from drowning when it's raining. It covers up their nostrils or their nares. Apparently. I'm not sure for sure, but so I'm told. I don't know if you've ever heard, if you put a piece of paper on the ground, you can catch a house cat. And I think similarly, if you put a piece of wood on the ground, you can catch a goat. So here's the folk on the tower changing out the satellite head so we can have these HD moments and upload much faster and have live events. That is so far up there. We've been having fires every night that's suitable, getting rid of the brush from the surrounding forest that we're cleaning up. It's a big job, but you know, we wouldn't have it any other way. Knowing that you're here, your love and support, what keeps us going. It's what allows us to provide the best level of care we can possibly give the residents. All thanks to you. Take a moment out of your busy day, have a couple deep breaths with it. Capture this scene on this waterfall that Steve just put in. Enjoy the scenes. Take a couple deep breaths. Thank you for everything that you do to help farmed animals.